The Bluzhev Rebbe said over an unbelievable story. He said when he was in the concentration camps, the other Jews that were with him said, you know, they had a Jewish capo. There was a Jew who oversaw their barracks. They said this Jew was as scary as any Nazi. An absolutely self-hating, murderous Jew. But the other inmates of the concentration camp came to the Bluzhev Rebbe and said, you know, it's almost Yom Kippur. Maybe we can ask that Jew for some time off to daven or do something. And the Bluzhev Rebbe was petrified. How could we ask him? Just from asking him such a crazy question, we could get shot. He could shoot us. But the Bluzhev Rebbe was so moved by the other Jews that even in this position wanted to keep Yom Kippur. He literally davened out of fright, and then went to this Jewish capo to ask him. And he said, you know, tonight is Kol Nidre, tonight is Yom Kippur. Do you think perhaps we could get some time to daven? And to the Bluzhev Rebbe's surprise, he saw something flit across this Jew's face. And this murderous Jew turned to him and said, you know, I can't do anything for tonight because I'm not in charge of the night. He said, but tomorrow I'm in charge. I'll have you cleaning the barracks without any polish and water so that you don't violate halacha, that you're not doing anything against Yom Kippur. And I personally will supervise. And that's what I could get you. He said, and that's what happened the next day. They were sitting there and they were just wiping with cloths, doing a facade of labor. And they were singing the davening of Yom Kippur together. The Bluzhev Rebbe and these other Jews in the concentration camp were crying and davening the Yom Kippur davening while pretending to wipe down the barracks. At noon, the door swung open and two Nazis came in with trays filled with food. They knew it was Yom Kippur and they put it down and they turned to everybody and they said, eat or die. Everybody froze. They called in the Jewish capo from the next room. And they said, tell these Jews that if they don't eat, we're going to shoot them. And this Jew, this Jewish capo, this murderer, turned to the Nazis and said, it is Yom Kippur for us. We as Jews cannot eat today. So the Nazis were stunned. They turned to him and they said, what did you just say to us? And the Jews in shock watched. This capo, Schneeweiss was his name, deserves to have his name mentioned, turned to them and he said, we are Jews and we cannot eat on Yom Kippur. And the officer took out a gun and one single shot rang out. And Schneeweiss's soul went up to his father, Hashem, who deep down he had never left. Amech kulam tzadikim, my friends. We are righteous.